I've worked night shifts for almost 3 years, so I'm not easily scared by silence anymore. Gas stations get quiet after midnight. Too quiet. This happened about 6 months ago, during a shift I still think about almost every night. I was working alone as usual. The station sat just off a highway in a small town. No nearby houses, no streetlights, just trees and darkness stretching in every direction. Around 2:40 a.m., business stopped completely. No cars, no footsteps, not even insects hitting the glass doors. That's when I noticed something strange. The automatic door's sensor light turned on. I looked up, expecting to see headlights or someone standing outside. There was nothing. The doors didn't open, just the light, glowing softly, as if someone invisible had stepped into its range. I told myself it was probably a moth or a glitch. These doors were old. Still, I felt uncomfortable. A few minutes later, it happened again. This time, the doors did open, slowly, with that familiar mechanical sound. But no one walked in. I stood there, frozen behind the counter, staring at the empty entrance. The night air drifted inside, cold and stale. I waited. Nothing. I stepped closer and looked outside. The parking lot was empty. That's when I noticed footprints. They started right in front of the doors and ended there too. No trail leading away, no trail leading toward the building, just footprints that appeared and stopped. I locked the doors after that. Company policy said never to lock them unless there was danger, but I didn't care. My chest felt tight and my instincts were screaming. I went back behind the counter and tried to distract myself with my phone. That's when the radio crackled. We didn't use it often. It was mostly for emergencies. At first, it was just static. Then, I heard breathing. Slow. Close. I grabbed the radio and asked if anyone was there. The breathing stopped. Then, a voice came through. It sounded like mine. Same tone, same pace. It said, "I'm right behind you." I spun around. There was no one there. My heart was pounding so hard I could hear it in my ears. I dropped the radio and backed up until I hit the wall. A second later, the security monitor beeped. Camera 3, back hallway. I didn't want to look, but I did. The hallway was dark except for the emergency light at the end, and something was standing there. Tall, still. Its face wasn't clear, almost like the camera refused to focus on it. But I could tell one thing. It was facing the camera, facing me. Then it raised its arm and waved. The screen went black. All the lights in the station flickered. I heard footsteps, not running, walking, slowly, from behind the counter, from the place I had been standing just moments ago. I didn't scream, I didn't think. I ran. I bolted out the employee exit and didn't stop until I reached my car. I drove straight home and didn't look back. The next day, my manager called me. He asked why I didn't tell him someone had been with me during my shift. I told him I was alone. There was a long pause. Then he said, "That's strange, because the cameras show you talking to someone for over an hour." I asked him who. He said, "You." I hung up the phone. To this day, I still work night shifts, just at a different place. And sometimes, when everything goes quiet, I hear breathing behind me. Slow, familiar, like it's waiting for me to turn around.